All right, now we're going to take a dive into the digital platform itself. By the end of this session, you'll be familiar with the online tools and resources available to your participants. You'll learn how to navigate the website and find things like the Credit Improvement Center and the worksheets and the tools and resources. This knowledge will allow you to confidently guide your people in making the most of everything Expedition Money has to offer. Introduction to online tools and resources. So I want to give you a little bit of a tour of the features, the way that we actually equip people and help them reach financial wellness. Now, I just want to say this is going to be a whirlwind tour. I'm not going to cover everything. There's so much stuff in here that it's not really possible to do that in a few minutes. But what I wanted to do was just show you where things are and what they look like so that you have an idea of how to communicate that. So the first thing that I want to show you here is we have the login screen. You're going to log in here. As the administrator, it's going to take you to your dashboard. And as I mentioned, if you click on the logo, this is going to take you into the Basecamp website where your people will go as soon as they log in. So right here, there's a little ribbon that shows you how many courses that you've taken, how many hours you've been in the system, how many posts that you've made in the community, certificates that you've earned for completed courses, messages, so you can get messages here. The latest videos will appear here. The latest podcast episodes, the upcoming future events will show here. If you have taken the financial assessment, it will display here the high priority and medium priority steps that you should take based on that assessment. So this is a custom list based on the assessment. Down here will be trending courses and the courses that you are enrolled in, the latest community posts, and then we also have a quick financial confidence survey right there that people can take. You can always get back to this by clicking on me or the dashboard right up there, but this will be the first page they see when they log in. Now, if you go up to community here, this is a community social feed. It's very much like Facebook. I post a lot of stuff in here. It can be grouped by course or theme. People have the ability here to post whatever they want. They're working on a particular course and have questions. They have a particular savings goal in mind. You can interact with those, like them, comment on them. As I mentioned, here is the assessment. This is the financial assessment. So you can take the assessment here. I believe it is only 14 or 15 questions. You can click here to get your recommendations. If you're taking it for the first time, it'll just allow you to go in and take the quiz. But since I've taken the assessment, it'll allow me to retake it. And this is nice. If I've had a change in life, I can go ahead and start the assessment again. So I'm going to go back here to the course page. Now up here, we have the climb page. And this is the philosophy of building the foundation to get to financial independence. There is information here about what the climb process is and how it works. We help people do things for the first time, solve problems along the way, master each stage of the climb. You will go through cash flow mastery, unlocking in progress, and increasing net worth, and maximizing wealth, and mastering your financial independence. This is basically transitioning over your career from earning income to generating passive income. And so each of these tabs here focuses on one phase of the climb process. So depending on where you are, say you are a recent college graduate, say you are just leaving high school and going directly into the workforce or trade, most of where you will be here is in cash flow mastery because some of these other ones won't apply yet. So what you can do here is you can actually go through a course to really get an in-depth understanding of what that is. There are a ton of what I call the Trail Snacks educational videos. These are very short videos, usually a minute to 2 or 3 minutes, but they answer questions related to this phase, like what is the envelope budget method? Do I have to report tips as income? How much money do flight attendants make? So you could take one of the courses and get a really good high-level overview of what it takes to master this phase of the climb process, or you can dive deep. You could spend hours going into the educational videos here, and obviously there is a tab for each phase of the climb process. The credit tab right up here, this one has been widely requested because we've been working with people who are trying to improve their credit, establish credit. So again, this is all tab based here, but it will allow you to really get to understand what is in your credit history and your credit score. This will show you the things that go into calculating your credit score and what the effect of having derogatory marks or late payments will be. So obviously you want to move from poor to fair to good to very good or excellent and improve along the way. And so you can have an idea of what you need to do to get into each of these categories here. But you are probably looking for specific things, and maybe you are using too much of your credit, right? In this case, if I want to get to the good score, I need to be using only 0 to 9% of the credit available. So this explains what credit utilization is. And then we have practical things right here, videos, training materials that will help you increase that part of the score, that dimension of the score. So some people will be working on a number of dimensions of their credit score, but others may only have 1 or 2 that are holding them back from getting the score that they want. And maybe that means they're not getting the approval or the interest rate for the car loan or the mortgage. So this is a great place to not only establish credit, but improve the credit that you have. This tab right here is really geared towards the people that are working remotely, but obviously people working in an office can benefit from this. But what we're trying to do here is create environments that keep people happy, engaged, and productive. And especially if you have remote workforce people, you want them to be productive. A lot of people are trying to bring people back to the office because they're not sure how productive they really are. So right here, some of these things are just about creating that environment to be productive. We have 8-hour-long videos here that are white noise, nature sounds, those types of things that will help you kind of stay focused. One of my favorites here is the coffee shop sound right there, the modern coffee shop. If you are a golfer, we have a number of golf-related videos and noise. Maybe you just like the sounds of nature, you can play those too. So you can have these in the background behind what you're working on. You can put them on another screen. Just a great way to create the environment and not be in silence. Working live with others is our virtual co-working option here. These are events that me or part of my team hosts. They are usually through the morning session, 2 to 3 hours, but they are based on the Pomodoro method of working. So a little bit of an introduction, a work session, a little break, a recap, and then back into a dedicated work session. And so just going through that cycle, a lot of people can find it difficult to get working, find that initialization energy. So this just starts the clock, gets people working, has them take a break, puts them on a schedule. And so many people mention that they get more done in those co-working sessions than they do the rest of the day. The Personal Improvement Book Club, this is just a fun outlet. Again, it connects real people to real people. We pick a book that's either about improving ourselves, making ourselves happier, more productive, about managing money. Got to be something very specific. The last book we read here was Die with Zero. We have people jump on a Zoom call and just discuss it. It's an hour long, but what it does is hopefully it engages people, allows them to deep dive into topics they find fun, and reminds people that this is a part of a broader community, and hopefully gives you some ideas. And then tools and tips for a happy career. Again, these are the Expedition Money snack videos, so very short, but for people that are focused on getting that promotion or establishing themselves as a career or becoming a better connector or leader or speaker at work, lots of little tips here that they can apply in their work. The other thing that I want to mention right here is the Kids tab. This is here because one of the things that is really important is that as a family unit, for the people that are a part of a family, you really need to be on board with finances. And a lot of parents worry about how their kids will manage money, especially if they're not managing money very well themselves. And so what this is just introducing kids at an early age to some financial concepts. It's not really hitting them over the head a lot. It's hard for kids to grasp financial concepts too early, but these are coloring books. These are available for download as PDF. You can print out certain pages, take some with you on a trip, have your kids color in them. They are also available online if you want a hard copy. There are links to the listings on Amazon, but they are just teaching kids about their family responsibilities, showing them options for having a childhood that is fun, affordable. Air shows are fun because a lot of them are free. Budget activities that are fun. Camping is fun. I love that because that's cheap. Car shows are fun. You get the picture here. Car shows are generally free in your area. Shopping adventure. One of the things that I did here is I created this toy catalog treasure hunt. Kids love toy catalogs. And what that does is it instills in them a desire to go to the store to buy the toys that they see. And so I developed this toy catalog, which doesn't have any brands, but what it does is it makes shopping an adventure. And so I've done a variety of videos with my son on this where the toy catalog itself says to check out thrift shops, check out garage sales, flea markets, resale shops, a variety of places where we don't think about going to get toys. We go and we pay full retail prices. And I show in the videos what we get for literally $1 or $2, and it's pretty amazing. My son has a lot of toys, and now he finds it exciting. He talks about doing a treasure hunt. It saves me a lot of money. It starts helping kids realize that it doesn't matter how much you spend, it's the experience and the value you get from it. So you can obviously download this as an ebook, but you can also order it as a hard copy as well. This is a series of books that are coming out for kids that teach them about certain things like emergency equipment, construction vehicles, police vehicles, city vehicles, airplanes, animals. And then, because it's teaching them about these things, it is also introducing them through the parents on ways that they can experience those things for free or cheap. Events like Touch a Truck or the free aquarium days, the free car shows, or the free firehouse tours. So I put a page of resources in those books where parents can find ways to experience the things that the kids are finding really interesting in those books. So if the kids really like fire trucks, or if they really like airplanes, or they really like marine animals, the parents don't have to go out and research that themselves. They will find practical ideas for giving their kids the experience on the cheap. And then we have some games coming out here. These have been in the works for a long time. And this is just a way to introduce concepts and ideas and financial things like jobs and budgets and spending and credit and saving and retirement, and a lot of different concepts to kids in a fun way. So we have a board game coming out, card games. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this is because this is really killing two birds with one stone. For families, we want to have deeper connections with the people in our family. So this is just a fun way to do it. But on top of that, it's making money fun. It's not being overly educational. It's creating opportunities to ask questions and to experience things and to be excited about things in a very light way so that people aren't turned off by financial concepts later. These are going to be perfect for the family game nights, for camping, for family trips. Also make great gifts. And then again, Expedition Money Snacks here, curated tools and tips for a happy family, how to send kids to cheap summer camps, how to have great vacations, how to do after-school activities on the cheap, how to get free travel, whatever it might be. So there are just a ton of videos here, so you can go down the rabbit hole and dive very deep into these topics. All right, if we go up here to learn, this is where if you have a question, you can get answers to it from the courses here. So we have courses for each of the phases of the climb process, but I have courses here on how home warranties work, how to automate your monthly bills, how to achieve more, how teachers can make extra money in the summer, how to build a personal brand or get rid of cable TV, how to get out of debt fast, how to easily buy Bitcoin. I'm not going to shy away from that. I'm not saying that people should buy Bitcoin, but people are asking questions about crypto, how to get into it and how to be responsible with it. So I address those types of questions in that course there. How to increase the age of your credit, how to make student loan payments affordable. I just added a course here on how to get student aid, how to send your kid to college without paying a lot of money. So there are many courses here that people can take. Some of them are as short as 8 or 9 minutes. Some of them are 70 or 80 minutes. So it really depends on the topic that interests you. If you go down here to videos, these are the Trail Snacks videos. Again, short videos sorted by topic here. If you are interested in the economy or debt or financial independence or credit, click on one of these topics, and again, you can just go deep into these topics from very basic questions to very advanced questions. So just a lot of content there. And then, of course, articles. If you are someone who likes to read, we have a number of articles here, educational articles, again, sorted by topic here. So you can read up on investing if you like. So some people like to read as opposed to listen or see videos. I'm the opposite. I like watching educational videos more than anything else. So that is up here in the Learn section. In the Events section, this is where I post upcoming events. So a lot of stuff coming up. It takes a little bit of a lull in the summer sometimes, but upcoming virtual co-working sessions, that's the online work sessions, book club discussions, upcoming webinars. So we have a number of those coming up. And then we're also offering FinWellCon, which is a conference where people can come and actually participate, dive deep, get together with other people, have conversations with like-minded people. So that's something that people who are really into financial wellness and independence can pay to come to. I'm really excited about that. We've had some smaller precursor events to this, and they have just gone really well. Some people really inspired and doing some great things from it. So looking to have some of those people come back and share what they wanted to do and the progress they're making. And the other thing that I want to show you here is coaching. Now, in the coaching section here, we have virtual coach, email a coach, and talk to a coach. So in the virtual coach section here, you can chat with this AI-based financial coach. And this is based on a lot of the writings and the research that I've done. So it's like chatting with me, although his name is Rex. So Rex P. Dishon is his name. You can also email a coach. This is also a free way to engage with a coach. You can send in a message. You have a specific situation. Hey, I'm getting an inheritance. I've got a child going off to college, whatever it might be. And it will usually take a business day to 3 business days to craft a response from a financial coach with just some ideas. This is a free way to do it. Keep in mind that we may use these as inspiration for articles for the newsletter, or we may put them in the frequently asked questions. But sometimes people just don't want to engage in person with the coach. They have a limited amount of time. They have maybe a simple question that they want answered. So you can do that too. And then coaching with a live coach can be done here. You can schedule a date and time, $49 for 30 minutes. You get connected with a live coach. When you do book your session, It will ask you what topic you want to talk about. And so that meeting will get redirected to a coach with expertise in what you're talking about. So maybe it's dealing with taxes or estate planning or budgeting. We can get you connected with a certified financial coach that has expertise in that. Just one of the really great ways to do it, as I mentioned in the training. Sometimes in some organizations want to prepay for some coaching or reimburse employees or buy discount codes. So those types of things are available. The other thing I want to show you here in the coaching tab is Rescue. This is for urgent needs. This was inspired by someone who called me once, and she had put the last of her money into her gas tank to get to work that morning and didn't realize that she didn't have any cash on hand as she was heading home to be able to buy dinner for her family, and wondered what to do. And in fact, at that time, what I told her to do was, I knew a church in her neighborhood that actually had a community support program. And so I called that church and actually sent her to that church, and they gave her a gift card to a restaurant to pick up dinner for her family that night. It's one of those things where there might be a lot of resources in your neighborhood, but people don't know about them, and I can't know about all of them. But if you are in urgent need of something, this is where you can go. You can call 211 for some emergency help in a financial crisis. There are a number of organizations that you can reach out to, whether it's food, shelter, utilities, especially if you're in a cold climate and your heat gets shut off. There are some things that need to be provided to you, and you have some options there. So here are the resources for that. All right, let's talk about tools here. So if I go up to tools, we have a number of tools. I try to keep them fun and simple. These are goal tracking worksheets. You can see here, goal tracking for a savings, for a vehicle loan payoff or a vehicle down payment. Maybe you're saving for college. The vacation fund is a very popular one. Maybe you're trying to pay off the credit card. Just many things here. You're trying to keep it fun. The Christmas gift fund, the special purchase, home improvement, holiday gifts. This is a great way to get your family involved in this, especially if you were trying to save $1,500 for a vacation. You can put that vacation fund tracker up on your refrigerator, color it in, fill it in as you save money. Gets the whole family excited about it. So these are downloadable. You can fill them in yourselves and color them in. Some financial worksheets and checklists are, again, all of these are downloadable. A lot of these are how to get out of debt or make your student loans affordable. This calculator will calculate how long it will take to get out of debt. This is the Life in Weeks poster. And actually, this is a motivational piece. You color in dots for each week you've lived. We're all going to live different amounts of time, but on average, it just shows you how much of your life has passed. And so it's really a nice kick in the butt sometimes when you've been putting something off and you realize, hey, half my life is behind me. 3/4 of my life is behind me. I'm already in the back 9 of my life. And so my Life in Weeks poster is hanging on my wall, just reminding me that there's no time to waste. If I want to spend time with my family, make the most out of my career, do the things in life that I wanted to do, have the experience I wanted to have, there's no time like the present to make that happen. So just a nice little reminder there. You can download it and print it out, or you can order a physical copy from here too. Up here in books, this book section is mostly the books I've written, many books over the course of my career, starting with one of my very earliest ones, How to Get Out of Debt, when I was saddled with so much debt I didn't know what to do. Just some fun books, amazing money stories, a book about my financial coaching career, Rethinking Money. This is taking some of the old tried and true rules about money that maybe need to be turned on their head, maybe need to be rethought about. If you love to travel, Discovering Travel Bliss has a lot of insider tips, hacks to make your traveling more interesting. A lot of families want to go to Disney World. This book is really hacks to get the best prices on trips, on souvenirs, on food, on accommodations at Disney World. So it is a really focused book about how to get to Disney World on a budget. Vacations Are in Need is a book that is largely finished, that is coming out very soon. And again, a lot of just general travel hacks, how to get a good deal on airfare, hotels, all those types of things. And then the kids' coloring books, the ones I mentioned here, downloadable free printable versions, or you can buy them online. We even have an adult coloring book here, because who doesn't get stressed? You just want to take a couple minutes of work and zone out, do a little coloring. Majestic Animals, the adult coloring book, free printable version there. Download it, print out a picture of a lion, a giraffe, an eagle, something like that. Get your mind off things, reset, or buy the whole book so that you have it available to you whenever you want it. The books are up here. Trailmarkers is just a connection to the Trailmarkers content. So the Trailmarkers podcast, you can listen to that here. And then also the previous copies of the Trailmarker newsletter are up here too, if you want to go back to some of those old newsletters and read some of the articles and things that we've published there. Gear is where you can buy Expedition Money merch. Who wouldn't want to do that? I have some merch myself. I'm not necessarily pushing this much, but as some people achieve their financial goals here, they get really excited about it, want to share that. So we have ways to express your enthusiasm about Expedition Money here. I'd certainly love to see people wearing the shirts. If you want to buy some t-shirts or some merch for your people, you can certainly do that here. Get clever resources. These are some of the more clever things that I have found here. Products that kind of make budgeting easy or fun or simple for people. As I discover more there, we'll definitely put them there. And then that brings us back to that dashboard. So that was a really quick and fast tour through the features. I can tell you that there are a number of things in the works. I'll be releasing them into the website as they are completed, but so much more stuff is coming. Maybe the stuff that I'm most excited about, some of the things that have taken years to develop. The Expedition Money Basecamp website with all the tools and resources it has already is going to continue to grow. So I'm really excited about that. It also gives you an opportunity to reach out to your people to let them know, hey, here's a new tool, a new resource, a new learning or entertainment piece, whatever it might be. So there's going to be constant things coming out that give us another opportunity to reach out to people and remind them that Expedition Money is available to them. So this was just a quick, fast tour of some of the features that we have here in the Expedition Money Basecamp. This is how we equip people and enable them to pursue financial wellness and independence, with more to come. So in closing, we've explored the comprehensive digital platform that powers Expedition Money, the extensive library of online tools and resources, the specialized credit improvement center, the community features, and the deep dive resources like books, worksheets, calculators, and tools. And I showed you how to find and utilize financial coaching, as well as the myriad of other tools that are available. Understanding these components and where to find them will help you guide your people in making the most of everything Expedition Money has to offer. So in our next session, we're going to focus on communication and marketing strategies to effectively promote the program within your organization.